It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Vols will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Now they'll run the draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a second down play. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
To the air, it's Robbins. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Toss to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Shakes off the defender. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up two. It's down at the 12.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Strikes the blow. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Turning to the running game on first and goal. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Now it's third and goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to push their way into the end zone on third and goal. Jumped on top of the pile. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. On the option, he'll toss it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it. All kinds of running room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arizona. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Iowa is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Niall Kinnick among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to James Madison. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He makes the connection. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it from the gun. Ran through the contact. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Arizona 7, Tennessee 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to seal the edge on the right. He's there to make the stop.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here on third down for this offense. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Slips through the line. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Second down coming up. Handoff to the lone back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
And this brings up a third down and an identical situation, right? Like, do I want to be physical? Do I want to run the football? Do I maybe want to take a shot? It's always interesting. These situations in football always come down to aggressiveness. How aggressive do you want to be? Because, Palmer, you kind of know what kind of coverage you're going to get.
Yeah, and I think for this running back, too, knowing him, he's just super competitive. He's going to want an opportunity to get another crack at this right now and really sort of get himself lathered up into the rhythm of this game. I'd give him another shot toting the rock here on third.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball, he shot downhill, and made a nice tackle.
Offense gets set for second down. Looking downfield, it's Robbins. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
He's got it on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on third down. Coming after it. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
They'll try to run for it. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
They'll give it to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the 1st down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the 1st without scoring. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run the option. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
3rd and goal coming up here. Caught behind the line. It's Thorne. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. They want to throw it. On the run, still looking. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Power football with the run. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He tries to take the top off. He's got it on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown ball. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Alabama has just had no answer to this hellacious beatdown they're taking today. I mean, when's the last time this happened to this program? They're trailing by 21 to Texas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Quick handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Dropping back, it's Robbins. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. Going to the draw.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
Hey, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, It's so hard to defend.
Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin and won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He'll throw it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll be brought down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Tennessee! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Reads it, fires complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. And there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Thorne. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
And the balls are flying down the field.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 21, Arizona 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the ground. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Thorne. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Thorne. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grabbed behind the line. It's high. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteer! They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if he uncorks one deep. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thorne. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the 4th quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Trying to get to it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Quarterback checking off. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. With jet sweep pass. Off he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. On the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Field goal is good. And now the lead's extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard to practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll go to the toss. At the 45, on his way. Got a lot of running room. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arizona.
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And he tacked on the extra point.
31, Arizona 21.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. He'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Here comes the offense on first down. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.